Cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Wright's got it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Stays on his feet and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Let's go! Blue landed! Blue landed! Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
On first down, Trubisky. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kendall Wright, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. And he spins past him and into space. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears, right about this time of year, you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick. Make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
No. Check. Patriot! Here we go now.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense?
Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Kerry Hyder in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have the highlights of this first half, but he won't have touchdowns because we haven't had any to this point.
But there's still time, though, partner.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 28. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. Oh, yes, that's today's NFL defensive tackle. Not just a space eater anymore. A guy with agility, movement skills, who can rush the passer and make plays in the offensive backfield.
Over! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kerry Hyder in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. This is fielded at the 7. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down, Trubisky. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they try the right side here. And he's got some space here. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now a handoff looking right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Jarrad Davis, the rookie from Florida. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Let's go. Green 39. Green.
2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 20. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Trot it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Second down following the run. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And right with it here over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. A little juke. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. One last shot for Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Detroit, they get back to 500 now as the win moves them to 7-7. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.